How are you doing? I hope you're doing well out there. Thank you for watching and welcome back to my channel. So, I put a Q&A post on my Instagram, and if you are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And I asked what type of videos did you want me to do on YouTube, and I mostly got like Q&A responses along with the questions that you guys wanted me to cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into those questions now. So the first question is, how much weight did you lose pre-op and post-op? And I'm sorry, I don't know why my nose is itching so bad, but it's just like, I don't know. But so how much weight did you lose pre-op and post-op? So pre-op, I did not lose any weight. I actually gained 10 pounds. And a quick side story for that. So majority of my visits were virtual, and I gained the 10 pounds closer to my surgery date. So my surgeon didn't ask to see me on the scale. He was just like, oh, did you lose or gain weight? And I'm like, oh no, I stayed the same. And so I actually gained 10 pounds during my pre-op. And he found out the day of the surgery, but at that point you can't cancel it. I know. It was bad, but I'm doing better now. So in terms of post-op, I have lost about 75 pounds. I have not been on the scale in like 2 weeks. I'm trying to wean myself off of weighing myself so much, because I do weigh myself like every couple of days, and that can get very obsessive, like and I know fixation on the scale is not the only thing that matters when it comes down to your weight loss journey. So yeah, I gained 10 pounds pre-op and I've lost 75 post-op, and I got my surgery on November 22nd, 2021. So there's just background for that. What made you get weight loss surgery in comparison to losing it natural? So I have been trying to lose weight naturally since I was about 12 years old. And I feel like a lot of people can really relate to that statement, and that diet culture was and still is running a havoc on people, that even when you are essentially still a child, you're so concerned with how your body looks and how it's supposed to look that you are always fixated on the number and the scale. With that, it was very daunting for me. Like I eventually lost weight more so around my junior year of high school, and I had lost a pretty significant amount of weight, and I kept it off until about sophomore, junior year of college. And then after that, I have just gradually started to gain the weight again, up until the point when I had noticed I was over 300 pounds. So it's not that I jumped straight from to VSG. I did not jump straight to VSG. I have been trying to lose weight naturally pretty much the bulk of my life, and I just knew that I needed a more drastic change and approach when it came down to weight loss surgery, to make sure that I can ensure that I was healthier later on down the line, especially since I'm getting older. Do I regret weight loss surgery? No, I don't regret weight loss surgery. I do believe that having VSG surgery was the best thing that could have happened to me, and that did happen to me, because my life has pretty much changed for the better. And I know that sounds very cliche, and I'm pretty sure if you search up people who've had weight loss surgery, they'll tell you the same thing, but it's true. As cliche as it sounds, it is true. It has really changed my relationship with food. Yes, I still do have slip-ups. I am human. So I'm not going to sit here and say that like I am perfect and I do everything correctly all the time. No, I'm human. But overall, like, it has really pointed out and intensified my habits when it came down to food and things that needed to be changed. So I don't regret it at all. What is the easiest / hardest thing about weight loss surgery? The easiest thing about weight loss surgery for me is just knowing when I'm full. So before the surgery, I would just kind of eat and eat and eat. Sometimes like, and I would just eat until I'm uncomfortable. And that really wasn't a sign of being full. That was a sign of like overeating. Um, or like what happened is I would eat something, I'll be satisfied instead of stopping because I'm satisfied. I'd be like, oh, I need to go get a second plate because you know that second round of food is going to taste better than the first round of food. So I can't do that no more because my stomach can only hold but so much. And if you do try to overstuff your pouch, you're going to regret it. So yeah, I that is the easiest thing for me when it comes down to weight loss surgery is that I now actually can differentiate the signals of me being full, and I can physically feel it when I'm full. The hardest thing about weight loss surgery for me was the recovery. I've never had any type of surgery. I've never had anything along those lines. So for me, it was very hard trying to get through that. I did have somebody helping me during my recovery process, and I don't think I would have made it if I did not do that. Because when you do have surgery, your doctor will tell you that you cannot bend, lift, like twist to go up certain, like you can't go up past a certain amount of stairs, like all these limitations until your body actually fully recovers. And then with me, I had vertigo, so with me like bending over would make me very dizzy, like make me feel faint. And even now, because I still have vertigo, it still makes me feel the same way. Sometimes not as intensely, but I still feel like that. So outside of that, I would say that that was the hardest thing when it came down to weight loss surgery for me. Was it easy to get approved for weight loss surgery? And I feel like this question is very general, but for me, yes, it was very easy for me to get approved for weight loss surgery, just because I knew what was required for my insurance. I had to be over a certain BMI, and I had to have two health-related illnesses. So I was over 350 pounds, which put me in that 50-ish BMI mark. I had asthma. Even though I had asthma all my life, they still counted that as a debilitating illness. And I also had high cholesterol, and I was borderline for high blood pressure. So because I had all of that going on, my insurance approved me for the weight loss surgery. Then I had to go to my doctor and get a note of medical necessity. And pretty much when I went to him and I told him that I wanted to get weight loss surgery, he was just like, hell yeah, fat ass, here you go. Like, here's your script. Send it to the surgeon. Lose that fucking weight. And that was pretty much the vibe that I got off from him. So yeah, for me, it was pretty easy. All I had to do was follow the steps. I had to see a psychiatrist and a nutritionist, and all of those were virtual. So I didn't even have to leave my home outside of getting my blood work done. Do people treat you differently since weight loss surgery? Yes and no. My family does treat me differently, and that goes for like a lot of people in my family. It's not even like one particular person. Like my mom treats me differently, my dad treats me differently, my brother treats me differently. Everyone treats me differently that I've came in contact with after the surgery, because pretty much whenever I would go see my family, the first thing that I would get is, ooh, you getting a little big, or you gained some weight, or those pants look a little too tight. And it's just like, stop talking to me about my size. I know I'm gaining weight. And if you are watching this video and you are one of those people, stop it. They know they're gaining weight. They know they're getting bigger. They don't need you to let them know what they already know, okay? My family does treat me differently. My friends do not treat me differently. Not that I've noticed, at least. I feel like I'm the same old Cassandra that I was before, and I'm still going to be the same old Cassandra that I was prior. So I don't think that they have treated me any differently. The strangers, um, I do believe that men do treat me differently. I do remember when I was bigger, they wouldn't even hold the door for me. They'll let the door slam in my face, like if I was walking inside of the establishment or something like that. They wouldn't hold the elevator. If I were to make eye contact, like abruptly, like if you just kind of turn and make eye contact with somebody, it's like, oh no, 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 like no, I cannot let her see me. Like, I don't want her thinking that I want her fat ass. Like, it'll be something along those lines. But like now, I will say like men are like nicer to me. They do approach me. They will like make conversation with me. Stuff like that. That was pretty much like the opposite of how it used to be. Meeting certain men out in public. In terms of women, I don't really notice because I didn't really notice how women treated me before. I do know with certain types of women that when you are the bigger person, they don't even want any parts of you because you fuck up their aesthetic. I noticed when it comes down to women, it's just that whole like, oh, you're so brave, like kind of comments that I do get on my page and on my Instagram and my DMs. And it's just like, okay, sis. Like, but other than that, it's kind of a mix in terms of like how people treat me now. Recommend for somebody who is thinking of weight loss surgery. So if you were thinking about weight loss surgery, what I would recommend to you is make a list. Take some time, make a list, and see if this is something that you truly want and if you want it for the right reasons. So figure out like what you need from your insurance. Figure out so that is your first thing is figuring out what you have to do in terms of your insurance. Once you figure out what you have to do in terms of your insurance, then what I would do is, what is your starting weight? Do you have any health conditions? Do you have any hereditary conditions that will put you in jeopardy because of your weight? Are you ready to change your relationship with food? What is your relationship with food currently? Like, so those are some questions that you will really have to explore with yourself first. And depending on the type of answers that you get, you will know that if weight loss surgery is the right tool for you or not. Because that's all it is a tool. Like if you don't work, it don't work. Or if you put in like half-ass results, you only gonna get like half-ass whatever, typically. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. That was the last question. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. If you have any other comments or questions or anything like that, put them in the comment section. I love reading your comments. I love reading all of that stuff from you guys. Follow me on Instagram. Feel free to shoot me a DM if you have any other questions or anything that you want to ask me. I am an open book when it comes down to stuff like this, so feel free. I don't bite. And thank you for all of the support that you guys have given me up until this point, and I will see you on the next one.